pickup there of 20 yards. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Now Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Montgomery. Will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. They'll run for it with Montgomery, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, now how about this return? Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Darnold. Middle of the field to Jefferson. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Here's Darnold. Open man is Naylor. He's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold to throw again. That's to Naylor once again. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's Darnold. Forced out, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Sam Darnold, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He may go. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, Charles, it's so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jamison Williams as time expires in the first half. And the Lions have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, You've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Goff now looks to throw. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching it point for point, but it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Darnold. That's over the middle. He finds Naylor. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Being chased out left. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Complete. Jefferson to target. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Faking the give, Darnold. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. That one complete to Naylor. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Vikings.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. An inside give to Jones. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Darnold. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on and make.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And they will take a knee here.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. This is 1st and 10. One last throw now for Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to